Hey everyone! Listen, we need to talk about what's actually happening with Cyrene's kit because the leaks have been all over the place. And honestly, I've been tracking every piece of information from every reliable leaker. Her abilities have gone through massive changes. One day she's main DPS, the next she's Castorice's dedicated support, then suddenly she's universal. So, in today's video, I want to break down everything we know about Cyrene's current kit, analyze how her role has evolved from specialized support to supposedly universal, and discuss what this all means for players planning their pulls. Now, let me tell you about Loot Bar because honestly, it's been a game changer for how I handle Oneiric Shards. We all know in-game prices are brutal, but with Loot Bar, you're getting up to 25% off compared to what HoYoverse charges you directly. The process is super simple. Just enter your UID, pick your server, and boom. Shards hit your account in minutes, no password needed. They use official recharge channels, so everything's legit. If you're gonna spend money on Honkai Star Rail anyway, why pay full price? Hit the link in the description, new users get an extra 10% discount. Trust me, your wallet will thank you. All right, back to the video. So here's what we know for certain about Cyrene's current kit. She's Ice Element, Remembrance Path, releasing in version 3.7. The interesting part is how her entire role has evolved during development, and when you look at her actual leaked abilities, you start to see why HoYoverse keeps repositioning her. Originally, she was leaked as main DPS, then became specialized Castorice support, and now she's supposedly universal support with stronger synergy for Chrysos Heirs. But the key thing everyone's missing is that her core abilities haven't changed that dramatically. It's more about how they're being marketed. Let me break down her current leaked abilities based on the most recent information we have. Her talent is pretty unique. It increases the whole team's DEF Ignore and True DMG bonus, with an additional 10% boost per ally in the party. This scaling mechanism is already different from typical supports because it rewards the more allies you have. So everyone becomes stronger, which explains why she's being called universal, even though the numbers probably favor specific team setups. And I mean Remembrance teams. Her ultimate is where things get absolutely crazy, though. She transforms into adult Cyrene, raises this pink bow made of starlight, and shoots an arrow that creates a literal river of stars across the sky. And here's where it gets interesting. The effect activates the entire team's ultimate skills simultaneously. This isn't just energy generation like other supports do. It's literally triggering everyone's ultimates at once. Imagine having Castorice, Evernight, and Hyacine all launching their ultimates because Cyrene pressed one button. That's completely unprecedented in Star Rail. Also, her memosprite is quite unique. Most Remembrance characters get one memosprite ability, but Cyrene has multiple skills built around this mechanic. She can apparently target all allies with different memosprite skills, which makes sense given her universal positioning. Now here's where the territory system comes in, and this is probably why there's been so much confusion. She has something called a realm field effect that provides team-wide buffs including break effectiveness increase and resistance penetration. But when she activates this realm, she actually leaves the field temporarily. This is completely different from other supports who stay active while providing buffs. The territory compatibility issue that everyone's worried about, where only one territory can exist per team, might actually be solved by her leaving the field when the realm is active. What's confusing about the recent changes is that we saw Evernight shift from Castorice sub-DPS to main DPS role during version 3.6 v3 beta testing. Now leakers are saying that Cyrene has also shifted to more generalized support instead of dedicated Castorice partner. This changes suggest HoYoverse is avoiding overly specialized characters after community feedback. But when you look at her actual abilities, they're still clearly optimized for certain team compositions. The universal part comes from her buffs working with any team, but the numbers are probably tuned for Chrysos Heirs synergy. She'll probably replace Remembrance Trailblazer in most scenarios while offering additional utility. Her multiple memosprite skills, territory effects, and ultimate that triggers everyone's ultimates provide way more team support than the free alternative. But the core functions overlap enough that F2P players won't be completely locked out of Remembrance teams. The question is whether the premium features justify the cost compared to what you get for free. The recent shift to universal support likely also means her numbers got adjusted to work better outside Chrysos Heirs teams while maintaining her peak performance with them. Similar to how Robin works with any team but excels with follow-up attacks. Or how Sunday supports any character but optimizes memosprites, and summons specifically. Looking at the banner timing, all reliable sources are pointing to Cyrene launching in version 3.7, which should drop around November 7th according to the latest information. What's particularly interesting is that drip marketing for 3.7 is supposedly happening on September 9th, which means we're just days away from official confirmation. This timing makes sense given HoYoverse's typical 6-week patch cycle, and it would position Cyrene as the major finale character for the current Amphorius arc. Some leakers are even suggesting that Hyacine might get a rerun alongside Cyrene in 3.7, which would create some serious decision-making pressure for players who need both characters. Well, that's all we know currently about Cyrene's kit. What do you think about her kit so far? Are you holding pulls for her? Let me know in the comments. Personally, I have 130 pulls at the moment just for her, and I almost spent on Hyacines. And as always, don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. See you in the next video.